All right, everybody, welcome in. This is going to be a quarterfinals series in the Droptimus Cup number 2. This one will be featuring playing the Vanguard. This is HYY. His opponent, also playing the Vanguard. This is Mixu. Despite this being a mirror match, this is... both of these players are top of the skill in these factions, so I imagine we're going to see something really interesting. Both of them have opted they're mirroring each other right off the start. Almost to the second, we got racks being built. We got 2 builders on racks here. Only 1 builder on racks here. Very clear differences in build orders, which means the scout is going to arrive extra fast. No, the scout was cancelled. The scout was cancelled. And then rebuilt. So, I'm obviously being a little bit silly here by pretending there are significant differences in the build order based on a single worker, but that's just pure silliness, as both of their dogs are almost in sync, moving across the map as they cross the center point. Yes. Oh, I love the little ring around the rosy. They ring around the rosy, and then they continue along their way. Beautiful, beautiful. We got some scouting out of each other now. What do we see? What? Mixu. You know you can build a scrapyard. You don't need to build a whole command post, bro. That's weird. So we've got a mushroom command post going down up here. I wonder, does that make some kind of wall over there? I doubt it's a full wall, but it probably helps a little bit. And HYY is like, you are weird, so I'm gonna come kill you. I kill things I don't understand. So if you build an extra weird old command post, that gives me the ick, and now I have to murder you. So he's just rallying. 2 base rallied. 2 mech bays, single racks. This looks like a kind of standard, now we're gonna fight build. 1 Lancer each is interesting. It's like the Lancer kinda counter the scouts a bit.
A Stormgate will activate soon.
But you don't want to have too many Lancers because then they're too slow. It's really interesting. Interesting choice of comp. What I like is that it's not mono battles. In Mirror, you can often get into mono battles where it's just all of 1 unit who can make most of them. And for a while, that's how it was kind of in the Vanguard vs. Vanguard with the hedgehogs, and before that with the dogs. But now it's hedgehogs and dogs. What a beautiful future we have built together. Almost had it, but Mixu doesn't want to deny it or let him have it without a fight. Hedgehog's going to get trapped there and goes down. But servos are out here too. I didn't notice that. They kind of blended in with the hedgehogs a bit. But actually, the servos aren't doing anything that they need to here. The hedgehogs would have been better here, and so almost all the hedgehogs are down. The servos are very beefy. That's the one thing. We saw the hedgehogs kind of turn and attack them for a second. What a weird outcome there, as they both just decide, well, let's fight for the Stormgate. Stormgate does get 1. And it's Faerin, which can be very helpful. The poor servos, no longer overcharged, moving home real slowly. Yeah. HYI scouts getting on top of a lot of those servos. Now we're gonna put the SimCity of Mixu to a test here. Is that a nice wall up there? Is it gonna help him? Right at the moment, his hedgehogs are not being able to get really good DPS out because they're stuck behind their wall. It does mean that HYY, a lot of his damage was going to buildings. Now the hedgehogs skirt forward and they try and get out, but I don't see the damage being done that they wanted. They managed to snipe the Faerun, but that's almost bait. It pretty much is. And the servos are out here. They're overcharged. They've got that extra armor, but they go down too. Mixu is a little bit behind on supply now, and HYY is still getting good damage done, taking out hedgehogs. Lots of hedgehogs go down there. We're down to just 3 left. There's 4 mech bays over here. So we're right in the prediction. That means more hedgehogs might pop out right on top of this battle. But we see more servos getting pulled. Some hedgehogs getting wedged off on the side by HYY, but even still, he's doing a pretty good job there. We hear the Vulcan ringing out in the back in the mineral line there. Moving out front with the servos. Trying to get into a good position. But it's focus fire down. Can the repair? Nope. Cannot be out repaired. We got another Vulcan shows up. But we can see already that the hedgehog DPS from HYY was enough to focus fire down that hedgehog. In fact, he could move forward right now and snipe another Vulcan. Sorry, I said hedgehog, but Vulcan is what I meant.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
I think HYY has won this game, but he is choosing not to throw the game. Jumps on top of another Vulcan, gets it. That could be it right now. There's not much else here. We hear another Vulcan in the back.
A Stormgate has appeared.
You almost, yeah, I was going to say, you almost focus fire down the command post now because it's just getting in the way. It's not really low. And, yeah, HYY just not wanting to throw. And Mixu getting very brave, grabbing all the boys. And finding an opportunity to try and jump on top. Ooh, nice jump jet back, but was unable to keep it alive. Couple jump jets trying to stun a few hedgehogs, but not enough. There's enough surface area there to block some of the repairing servos. And now it's just another Vulcan rushes to the front line only to get focus fired down. We got GG from Mixu in this first game. And we're back at it. In this VVV, we got HYY. Hiya! And his opponent, Mixu. The VVV. That's a weird thing to say. The Vanguard versus Vanguard. And like I sort of commented in game 1, there were periods where this was kind of a torturous mirror match to play and to watch. I think some people still don't really like it to play. But, what? Okay. I'm like trying to come up with an explanation for that. But really my leading explanation was an accident. Because it doesn't even look like he moved it. He may have accidentally clicked the cancel button, which sucks. Now, last game I was like, oh, they're off in timing by 1 worker by half a second, and that's going to change everything. But that canceling and rebuilding, because the other thing is when you cancel and rebuild, you don't get all your Luminite back, so he lost Luminite in that. And we have a scout coming across to see there's not even a barracks. So this is a rare case where I'm going to say there is a huge build order advantage right now, and it's only because Mixu made a big error in his build order. It's almost looking like a JXP build right now, because Jay likes his servos and he likes his command posts, and sometimes he'll do a silly build like this. But I don't think this was exactly what Mixu had planned. I think this may have been, I think this fast second command post was maybe a response to the fact that the first one was really slow because of the cancels. our first scout out for Mixu, but we already have 2 scouts and a Lancer here for HYY. So he read the situation very well and was like, let me get on top of you. You're building servos more than anything else. I'm really impressed by Mixu's like just calmness, and he's still just building. I'll build a couple mech bays. I'm not even panic building a sentry post. I'll build 1 sentry post. He even pulls all the workers off the sentry post except for a single worker as the harass moves away. And then, yeah, pops a worker in there for the repair-o-matic. That's just
a Stormgate will activate
top
soon.
level play. I would be panicked. I would have pulled every servo to fight. You know, like it's about having calmness in those situations, and you get that calmness from being in those situations over and over again. So by playing the game a lot.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Mixu stabilizing a little bit here after that sort of early slip up. And there's this sense that if you make an early error like that, that it might snowball a lot. But the truth is the potential for HYY to do damage as a result of that starts the moment that the error happens, and it diminishes every second after that. So Mixu defending that early push was enough to already kind of stabilize a little bit. Although we see HYY able to capture that Stormgate, getting a Soul Stone and getting 2 extra Hedgehogs out of it. And in this kind of battle, wow, those servos were out there so quick. Were they going to go expand, or were they... Did he see that coming or anticipate it coming and know that he needed some extra tanks out there? He's done a pretty good job, Mixu that is, of holding here with the servos as a front line. Remember, he was greatly outnumbered by Hedgehogs. And usually in these battles, it's the Hedgehog numbers that matters. He's still outnumbered by the Hedgehogs. And in fact, it looks like that's starting to tell the tale here. There's only 2 Hedgehogs left. That means HYY is starting to focus fire down the servos, who've run out of their overcharge, which is making them easy fodder. Great micro battle here. I do like to see that. Pulling back single units and such. But now it's just focus fire, focus fire, focus fire for HYY, as he's able to keep his units alive. There was just not enough DPS coming out of Mixu's units. And I think we will see another overcharge. That's another attempt. They have not been pulled yet. Pulled off Therium. So interestingly, overcharged but not really brought into the battle just yet. A couple are actually in the front line. So again, maybe he's just wisely, I'm going to grab 4. You know, I need to keep mining. Whereas I'm like, grab 17 bobs and run them across the map. And once again, incredible patience from HYY. This is why I was saying he's on top of his game right now. Is he's not just moving in there and trying to like, oh, I'm just going to chase you into your Sim City and let all your heal bobs and everything. I'm going to very meticulously look at him looking for thirds. Like, are you on a third? I don't want to keep pushing in your natural if you've got a secret third or something. And he's of course on his third. So he's like following that main rule of RTS: when you're ahead, get more ahead. Don't throw the game by throwing your army into their meat grinder, into their defense.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
If I'm guessing, HYY might go for that Stormgate, as he did last game. Again, get more ahead. So if you're pretty confident you can defeat that Stormgate.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Going to be a third done before Mixu shows up, but Mixu does have more here. He's got his servos pulled as well. Their overcharge looks like, oh no, it's still on. Sometimes it's hard to see the overcharge. It does last forever and ever and ever. 3 Vulcans here from HYY makes his force a lot more punishing. Not as maneuverable, but definitely punishing. It looks like the DPS war is being won by Mixu for the moment. But Mixu will not win the Stormgate with that. He is going to have to pull forward. Jumps on a med tech. Picks it off. Maybe misclicked there. Maybe was going for the Vulcan. Jumps on some Vulcans. One goes down. More DPS. Another... Oh, solo Vulcan goes down, but it has sacrificed so many Hedgehogs to do so. Mixu's force pretty much depleted running into those Vulcans. As another Vulcan showed up, we still are 2 Vulcans strong for HYY. And in some way, this whole battle has turned out to be a battle at the Stormgate. He jump jets forward to get the last few, and that will be GG from Mixu in game number 2.